This video will show you how to set up VPN and Windows app to access a remote desktop machine, either that be your office computer or windows.tcu.edu terminal server. The first thing you're going to want to do is go to the App Store and install the Windows app. You'll hit the Get icon here, or you'll press the Cloud Download button and let that download. While that's installing, we're going to go ahead and grab the installer for the VPN. So to do that, we're going to open up Safari. We're going to go to tcu.box.com/v/VPN-installers. We're going to click continue. We're going to log in with your TCU username and password. Once you get here, you're going to go to Mac OS X and you're going to download the latest package there. And then once that's finished downloading, we'll close that out. We'll go to your downloads, find the package that downloaded and select it. We want to go ahead and click install. It's going to prompt you for your computer password or Touch ID here. We're going to go ahead and enter that in, click install software. Click allow if prompted. Go ahead and keep the installer for now. We're now going to launch the VPN software. If you go into Finder, go to Applications and search for Big IP Edge Client. We're going to double click that. You should get this splash screen. And that will add the icon to the top right. Here we're going to go ahead and enter in your TCU credentials again. And then you'll need to Okta verify. I'm going to go ahead and just use one to do a push notification to my phone. Once that's connected, this shield up here should turn solid. Why? If you turn off the VPN, it will no longer be white. Later, when you need to reconnect your VPN, first connect to Wi-Fi first. Then you're going to click the shield and you're going to click turn VPN on. And then if it prompts you to enter your username and password here, you would need to enter that and then go through an Okta verify process. Now that we're connected to the VPN, we're going to go ahead and open up Windows app. So we're going to go ahead and go into our Finder and go to Applications, locate Windows app, and double click that. I'm going to go ahead and remove this as it found a previous connection I had already deleted. So now we start with a fresh, empty Windows app. So we need to add your computers here to your devices. I'm going to first walk you through adding your personal machine to this device. To do that, we're going to go to Connections and we're going to add PC. First thing we're going to do is we're going to add credentials. And here we're going to go ahead and give it a friendly name of TCU credentials. And then we're going to enter your username with TCU / and then your username, and then your current TCU password. And that will now show up forever under the credentials dropdown. So the first PC name we're going to need is your computer name. This is a variation of your office number. So in my case, I'm going to use my personal office computer. So my office is 2104D. So my computer name is going to be NE2104D1. And you always need to follow it up with .sbu.tcu.edu. You can give it a friendly name here if you choose to. I'm just going to go ahead and leave that blank. If you have multiple monitors that you plan on using on your Mac when you're remoted in, you can select this box here. If not, I'm going to go ahead and select that even though I don't have 2 monitors. It will work if I add one later. I'm going to go ahead and hit add, and that adds this machine. To access this machine, I will just double click this. You can tell this not to show up again if you choose to, and hit connect. Looks like I may have entered my password wrong, so we're going to go back and edit that. If you need to edit your password, this is how to do that. You go back into you're going to go back up to Windows app here and go to credentials. Then I can select here and I can re-enter my, make sure I don't have caps lock on. I do not, so we're going to go ahead and enter in. This is useful to know, especially if you change your password. You'll need to go into this screen here and update the password here. We're going to save that. Hit connect again. And now I'm logged into my machine remotely. When you're done using remote desktop, you'll just hit the red X to close out of that session. And then now, anytime I need to access my machine, first connect the VPN and then connect to the machine you want. I'll then walk next through adding the windows.tcu.edu. That's going to be a very similar process. We're going to add another PC to this. We're going to still use our TCU credentials. We're still going to use all our monitors here. The computer name here is going to be windows.tcu.edu. We're going to add that. Same thing. We're going to double click that to connect. If you're prompted for this, just hit continue. Now, if you're asking yourself, do I need to connect to windows.tcu.edu or do I need to connect to your office computer? If you're on your Mac laptop and your machine here is on campus and it's a desktop or a laptop, you will be able to remote into it via the computer name. If your laptop is off campus with you and you're using both your Windows laptop at home and you're using your Mac laptop at home, the only option there for you to remote into would be this environment here, which is windows.tcu.edu. This can also be a backup if for some reason you're unable to remote in to your on-campus desktop or your on-campus laptop, this windows.tcu.edu will allow you to access all your drives. It also has Office installed for you as well. When you're done using windows.tcu.edu, you'll just go to the top and hit the red X. So that completes the setup and configuration of VPN on Mac OS X.